Hello, I want to talk to you today about transdermal magnesium and this amazing product for sports and what it's done in the high level sports field. Um, Many of the athletes have replaced the idea of taking pills for magnesium now. A lot of them are applying it directly all over the body before training, after training, noticing a much more real effect and more intuitive effect, experiential effect on the body than when they were taking the pills. Even some of the best pills still cannot cannot do the same effect that you can get through the skin. The skin is it's ubiquitous. You can actually dose up through the skin, and you can actually dose up much more than you ever could through the digestive system. You're going directly to the nervous system when you go through the skin, instead of going through the mesoderm, which is the muscular system or the digestive system. So this is a way into the body through a primordial feature of the skin, which has always been there, which is why when we move into these magnesium-rich waters of the Greek and Roman bath culture, our body pulls that magnesium into the body and it pushes out the salt. I mean, otherwise we would die when we went into the ocean. So the body has an intelligence. It has a selective permeability based on what it needs. And so magnesium and vitamin D, we're discovering, are both factors that cannot be overcome, deficiencies which cannot be overcome without understanding the primordial functions of the skin. So for sports, a lot of people use it before and after training. You can skip the transpiration part if you want, because that's more of an exodus. But other than that, there's really no rules. The quantity, there's really no rules either. I mean, as long as you start progressively and work your way up, there's a lot of people use it for the pains and the tendinitis and the bruising and the soreness, and some people also use it even for the concentration, stamina, performance. So to give you a metaphor, think of a runner. Runners are losing all of this magnesium is coming out when they're sweating. That's where the magnesium is coming out, through the sweat glands. And so this magnesium, if it's stored in the skin before racing, and especially over time, this is called a cellular saturation. If it's saturating in the skin over time, over weeks and months of using the product, then this magnesium becomes available while you're sweating, while you're running, while you're performing. So you're going to have a greater, less loss of that same magnesium, which allows for greater detoxification, less cramping, less, acid residues being stuck in the muscles, and all these other conditions that happen. So it's actually very intelligent to understand the skin and how it works with transpiration of a lot of these acids and toxins. So runners are really big on the product. We don't have much problem selling or much resistance to these markets because of the nature of, these people are magnesophiles. I mean, it's coming out all the time. They're attracted to it naturally. Also, it can be used for, any sort of joints, articulation, muscular, it helps relax the muscles. It helps with the joint and the articulations. It's part of the synovial process. I mean, magnesium plays a role in so many different things that when you're able to apply something locally on top of it, you have a much more rapid effect, to a cramp or whatever it is, because you're penetrating locally that zone and you're going directly, I guess you could say, instead of indirectly through the digestive system. So, there is also a big movement in the massage therapy world using magnesium because, when you apply this layer first, and then you apply your second layer of oils or whatever it may be, the body tends to relax, naturally through the magnesium. And then we have this second layer coming in and doing the massage itself, pushing things deeper and deeper into the tissues and really, really combining it. I mean, massage is really powerful because it can bring things at a deeper and deeper level. But so anyway, those are some of the sports-related usages that have been popular so far, but there's probably many more. So don't hesitate to send us any feedback or videos or anything on what you've come up with. We find new things all the time. So come check us out, and don't forget, there's a lot of lookalikes out there. We're the only blue glass bottle without endocrine disruptors, no plastic leaching, from Holland, from the original source. We're not using Asian imported solvent extracted magnesium, which is 95% of the market, no matter what certificates they give you. The reason is because those words Zechstein and Permian and all those words cannot be protected legally. So anybody can self-certify and create their own certificates or whatever, but we actually give you access to the source. You can call the source yourself in Holland. They talk to the engineers there. We actually tell you the actual city where it comes from, Vindam. Nobody will tell you that because it's a natural resource. You can't just recreate this elsewhere. And so this is the original source is in Holland, in Vindam, and this is what we're providing. So come check us out. $12 a month, not expensive, at theheartoftradition.com. Thanks.